Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to the Séance of Blake Manor. In the last episode, we found the piano of Wilhelmina Blake, and using the little tune that Miss Hasham gave us, we found the vase. And Miss Hasham, she just appeared out of nowhere and was like, "Gimme it." We broke it. She is now freed from her compulsion, and I believe she said she would not be attending the seance. Excellent. Which means... Why is that chair facing the wall? I don't like it. I don't like it in the slightest. Yeah, we're trying to get over yonder. Let's... put this back. And go around. Yeah, I know this is, obviously this is where we came from. Just double checking there are no ghosts. Now then, hello there. Okay, well, first things first. Okay, well, there are the keys. There are the keys. Let's look at this. An inventory of stored goods. There's a note scrawled here too. Saw Hunter carve something into the wall in the stable. Too drunk to be sure. Should go back tomorrow. Maybe. The rest of the text is unintelligible. Hunter! Dara! So we know someone had carved the code for the stable safe into the wall, and I've been like, who did that? Who did that? Dara, no. A local paper, not peeper. There seems to be nothing of note in it. Okay. A storage map detailing where certain categories of item are kept. Okay. Well, I see you there. A set of keys. A key for the basement entrances. Okay, so if we decide, right, we're gonna leave until, the inventory is over. They're currently moving stuff into the basement. We don't have to, because at some point they're going to shut everything up. This means we can come back whenever we like. Even if the doors have all been locked, we still have a way of getting in. Okay, good stuff. The key to the men's dormitory and a master key for the southwest bedrooms. Southwest corridor. As far as I remember, that's Mr. O'Finn's and Mr. Coventry's rooms. That seems like everything. Maybe it's best I move on and not push my luck by being in here any longer. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go out this way. Maybe I should have listened. Shit. Well, the game isn't pulling us, so, I think we're fine. You're there over here. So we have this room over here. Okay. I believe... yeah, they're there. I can't hear anything. It doesn't seem like anyone is on the other side. If we have the key for it, then let's do it. Okay. Yeah, we have communal sleeping areas. That is a picture of Mary. There's little of interest to me in here. Yeah, it seems like this one's unused. Oh yeah! They'll be using chamber pots and everything. Oh, that must be... if you're in a communal area and you've all got chamber pots... admittedly, here's the thing, they'll be used to this. This is considered normal for them, but I'd be depressed as hell. I would consider that so depressing. I'm like, we can't look at it. Yet no. Declan says absolutely not. Ooh. Letters addressed to Mr. Hunter. One seems to come from a brother in the Horseman's Word and warns Mr. Hunter that she is visiting soon. Okay. More letters. A number of letters from Miss MacLeod to Mr. Hunter. They are not formal in nature. In fact, they are quite familial and affectionate. They had a close bond before this event. Yeah, well, we knew that. Okay, but it doesn't seem like we can look. Yeah, it is. It's just the letters. We can't look at the books. Okay. Excuse me. Can you close? There we go. Better to be safe than sorry. A scrap of paper. There are a series of 6 symbols on it, but some have been scratched out in frustration. I can see the spiral symbol here. Mr. Hunter must be experiencing the dreams as well. Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. Anything? Oh ho ho. A note from Miss McLeod to Mr. Hunter that indicates she believes Miss Dean is attacking her psychically. You'll do something about this. I don't know what, but you will, won't you, Dara? Something has to stop her attack on me, to stop whatever she's done to blind me. I would have thought it would be a relief to lose the sight, but now that I cannot see anything, I am more petrified than ever. If something's to go wrong, I won't know until it's too late. Please, Dara, you have to stop her, by any means. I wonder if Mr. Hunter acted on this information. Given their relationship, he may have. Well, ooh, hello there. Yeah, we know he did. We know he did, but he didn't do anything, like, really bad. He was just putting charms in Miss Dean's chimney. Let's... Yes. Let's grab this. Okay. Okay, yeah, Dara Hunter's goal is to bind... Yep, Miss Dean to protect Miss McLeod from harm. What if I know what happened here?
Mr. Hunter placed a binding spell on Miss Dean just before she went missing. I should find and confront him about this.
Yeah, like, he did the binding spell on the tragic thing is that, yeah, Miss Dean was blackmailing Miss McLeod and Miss Lau, but she wasn't actually... I should not... I'm not saying this to excuse Miss Dean. Fuck Miss Dean. Fuck Miss Dean. I'm not gonna lie. If we get to the end of this, and it is like, do you want to save Miss Dean? I'm inclined to say, no. Fuck that bitch. I don't like her. She has done too much bad shit to people I consider to be decent. Like, fuck her. Fuck her. So I'm not saying this to defend her. All I'm saying is that Ivy has placed the blame for what is happening to her on the wrong person. Because here's the thing, why would she ever suspect Victoria of doing something to blind her? Obviously not physically blind her, psychically blind her. Why would she ever think, oh, my lover is doing this to me? Like, she wouldn't. So who has beef with me here? Evelyn does, so therefore it must be Evelyn. It couldn't be that Victoria wants to stab fuck out of Evelyn and she's done something to me to prevent me from stopping her. No, that's insane. That's crazy. Like, in that regard, Evelyn hadn't actually done anything. She was still blackmailing them and being a bitch, but she hadn't actually done anything to Ivy's powers. I can't see anything of note in here. Okay. So, yeah, close that. There you go. Nothing in here catches my eye. It'll close by itself. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Could there be anything in the coats? A pair of coats. One smells like sugar and oats. The other smells of something foul, like burnt weeds. Okay, so one of them is Dara's, because he had sugar and oats on him before. Could that literally just be burnt weed? Because like I take weed gummies. They're like very small. Like you can get them over the counter. The CBD oil or whatever it is in them is extremely small. I do apologize. I'm going to slur my words like crazy because we're currently going through a heat wave, and I'm But I'm sweating from places I didn't know I could sweat from. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. And my tongue is like, please, please, what is life? So yeah, if I slur a lot, I do apologize. Yeah, so like I said, I take weed gummies that you can get over the counter, so there really isn't much weed oil in them. I can't smoke weed because the smell of it gives me such intense headaches. It's an like the smell of weed cigarettes is disgusting to me. Like, I don't understand how anyone could smoke that stuff. I really don't. Having it in gummies, fuck yeah, there's no smell to that. But like the smell of like pot cigs, like it oh no. So I'm like, because we know that Doyle has been he's been taking shit, and so I'm like, is he also doing pot? Is he also doing pot? And maybe Declan is like me, he gets headaches if he smells, weed that you would smoke. Larger than average boots. Okay. Yeah, this is Dara's. Ooh, hello. A bottle of good quality brandy. What? Declan, what the fuck? Declan, what the fuck? A book of incantations from the Horseman's Word. A page on binding charms is held open by some twigs. The charm is made and inserted into the recipient's chimney. Is this something he has done? Well, we know it is. We know it is. Because we've already searched her chimney. Yeah, nothing in here catches my eye. Here. Yeah, this is Seamus's wardrobe. Travel logs and other guides to Europe. Okay. Average sized black work shoes. And just clothes. Ooh, travel plans. A map of Europe with some locations marked on it. Between this and the books, it seems Mr. Doyle is quite eager to leave Blake Manor and see the world. Clothes, it doesn't... Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything hidden under there. Pencils and other art materials.
I should close the mystery of the kidnapped person's identity. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful for my investigation.
Dude, we know who's been kidnapped. We know because the only other redhead here is here. We've seen her. Okay, whatever, Declan. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, no, we can't look at the briefcase. Yeah, another Gnostic Bible. A Bible. No, wait. This is no ordinary Bible. It's a Gnostic Bible, whatever that means. It's hard to make anything of use out. It's a very dense tome. I'll need to look elsewhere for an overview of the faith. We already have done so. But yeah, more evidence that Father Sinnott and Seamus knew each other. A burnt piece of paper. It must have fallen from the stove. The writing says, "Why can't I remember? Have to protect that poor lass. My baby." Then, what? I don't have a baby. There's a line of symbols, but some of them are lost to the charring. What the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, what's this? He's been making a map of the grounds? Okay, close that up. This, I remember. Oh, hello. What's this? A handkerchief with Evelyn Dean's initials on it. Why does Mr. Doyle have this under his pillow? Oh, okay. What's going on there, then? But no, I recognize these symbols. I recognize them. They were... Oh, God, where would they be? Where would they be? Just scroll until you find them. Oh god. I think they were, yes, right there. So, dinner plate, cross, devil, dinner plate, dinner plate. Dinner plate, cross, devil, dinner plate, dinner plate. Okay, okay. What a strange box. I recognize the symbol on top from somewhere, but what do those other symbols mean? I wonder if I can get it open. Okay, dinner plate, cross, devil, dinner plate, dinner plate. There you go. Okay, letters. A pile of letters to Mr. Doyle. The more recent ones have gone unopened. They are from Father Sinnott and seem to be urging Doyle to finish his work here as quickly as possible. I have found the sigil to free the Aeon. Hurry and find me where it rests so I may free us all from the Black Iron Prison. Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything. Yeah, close it. Close it to hide any evidence that we have been here. Okay, yeah, that was that. Okay. Okay, can I would like. How dare. Okay, little of interest to me in here. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna assume. Yeah, the chamber pot is under the nightstand. This bed clearly isn't in use. Still, multiple interesting things in here. We have learned many interesting things, methinks. Okay, I think that's just the wall. I think that's just like that. Yeah, and I picked that up. Okay. Okay. I mean, with it being so hot, I can feel my memory isn't... I can feel like I don't think I'm necessarily on tip-top form, but I'm also like, I want to play. I want to do the thing. I want to do the thing. Okay, yeah. Let me out. Okay, and that brings us out over here. Hello there, madam. Okay, so with the keys, it's not this one, because this is Father Sinnott's room. That's an unoccupied one. And that's just a closet. And now with that key, we can finally go and have a look at where are you? We're here. We want this one. So down and across. Down and across. Yep. Move those legs. Move those legs. This entire time, we've not been able to search these rooms, so... Yeah, Mr. O'Finn... Well, there's no point in listening, because we know he's gone. Oh! What in heaven's name? Well, I'll get to you in a minute. I'll get to you in a minute. Hello. A bag full of ritual components, maybe? A flute, bones, stones with Ogham carved into them, a tiny bird skull. This could really only belong to Mr. O'Finn. Wait. Yeah, I don't find this surprising. The symbol on this bag, it's the same as Miss Dean had in her notes. They're both descended from Milesian rulers. That's the connecting point here. They both are descended from Milesians. That does make sense. I did note that when we told Domhnall, oh, Miss Dean, she says that she's descended from one of the Milesians, he was like, oh shit, I need to go have a talk with her. Like, you'd think, considering he's a druid, he knows all about you know, his heritage. He's proud of his heritage. You'd think his response would be, oh shit, she's descended from a Milesian? That's amazing. Or, oh, she's probably talking crap. Unless being descended from a Milesian is completely normal to him. It's completely banal. Why would he kick up a fuss about it? It's the most normal thing in the world to him. A bit like, my parents have a very large age gap between them. As such, large age gap relationships are the most normal thing in the world to me. To be perfectly frank, when I see people and they're like, oh, this is my partner, we were both born in the same year, I get icked out. I get icked out by that. I'm like, ew, gross, you're the same age. That's not normal. Compared to, oh, this is my partner, he's 10 years older than me, where most people go, oh, what? I'm like, completely normal. Yes, this is standard. The standard age, you know, gap in a relationship is at least 10 years. That's on the lower end, personally. Like, it's normal to me because that is what I have seen growing up. And Domhnall's reaction was, this is completely normal to me. Why would I bother? Why would I kick up a fuss one way or t'other? This is normal to me. So they're both Milesians. Or they're both descended from Milesians. Milesian rulers, anyway. Here's the thing, there are three. There are three. There's I can always remember Eberfin, Amogin, Eramund? It was a name very similar to Eramund. Something like that. There are three. There were 3 Milesian rulers. We've found 2 descendants of them. I would put very good money on there being a 3rd descendant here. The only question is who. The obvious answer would be Declan. However, Declan is here to investigate Evelyn's disappearance. So that connection doesn't make sense. If we were also descended from a Milesian ruler, we would have been invited just because. Because who's to say we wouldn't get this message, be like, Evelyn Dean? Well, I have beef with her dad, so fuck her. And Declan might not have rocked up. We learned very early on he has beef with Evelyn's dad. So name dropping, oh, Evelyn Dean's gone missing, there's a very good chance that he could have said, oh, well, screw her. Screw her entire family. I don't think Declan is going to be another descendant. I think someone here is. I think there are going to be 3 because there were 3 Milesian rulers. I don't think it's going to be Declan, though. I mean, the other obvious... So the first obvious answer, Declan. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Based on the reason why Declan is here, I don't buy it. The other obvious answer would be the Blakes. Jonathan and Walter. Again, this is all taking place at their house. But then why the fuck is Simon being so fucking weird? Why for Simon? Why for... Also, don't think this hasn't passed me by. From a game design standpoint, we couldn't investigate Simon's room until now. We also couldn't investigate Domhnall. So Domhnall's been held back because he was going to be kidnapped. And we need to hold that back. And they've purposefully placed Simon in the same situation. Am I making any kind of sense? The heat is getting to my brain. The heat is getting to my brain, and I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But it's... Okay. Brain. We're going to try and get the words out. We're going to try. Domhnall was going to be kidnapped. We know this because of the sequence break. We know this because early on, we got that sequence break, which was like, oh, Mr. O'Finn and Miss Dean have both been targeted. So we know this was always going to happen. Something was going to happen to Domhnall. Oh shit, he's been kidnapped. So they purposefully say, okay, you cannot investigate Domhnall's room until the 2nd day, so after his kidnapping. There was no way for us to get down into the basement any earlier than day 3, technically. I keep wanting to say day 2. But, like, this was the earliest we could get down here. We could get down into the basement. We could get into Domhnall's room. It was purposefully held back until after the kidnapping. Mr. Coventry is also in this wing. Why have we been held back from investigating his room? That's weird. That's suspicious. Okay, back to the game. The symbol on this bag, it's the same as Miss Dean had in her notes. Does that mean Mr. O'Finn is also descended from those ancient bloodlines? Would that be why he was taken too? Probably. Probably. Nothing in here catches my eye. I will say I do remember one of the interactions we saw at the ball. It was Domhnall saying, "Oh shit, that guy! I recognise him. I've got to go talk with him," which I find that interesting. I find that interesting that apparently Domhnall recognised someone, and then very soon afterwards, Domhnall gets kidnapped. Also, he said, "Oh, I recognise him. The 3 people I find suspicious are all male. Admittedly, one of them is a wheelchair-bound boy, if we assume everyone's telling the truth about his age. But, like, all of the people I find suspicious are male, so I'm like, why? You can't see anything of note in here. Oh, well, hello. Some rooms. Mr. O'Finn must have dropped them. There's something marked under there, but I can't make out any details. I'll need to move the bed. Is there... Yeah, I'm like 2 out of 3. Oh. Hello. Drag marks. It looks as if this bed was moved recently. Okay. Yeah, then we move. Hello. This is the same marking as was under Miss Dean's bed. Was he an intended victim? Was he meant to walk to his fate too? But then why was he attacked and taken? Is there another party involved, or did the kidnapper find themselves needing to act suddenly for some reason? It's, again, Domhnall recognised someone. Domhnall recognised someone. And I wonder... Oh, hello. It looks as if... He wasn't sleeping in the bed! It looks as if he slept on the floor by the fire. Might this have saved him from the magic trap under his bed had he not been kidnapped? Oh, buddy! Domhnall, admittedly, I doubt Domhnall looked under here, but still, Domhnall, you genius, you! You absolute mad lad! You accidental mad lad, you! I love that! He was sleeping on the floor, and so this never affected him. Oh, I like that. Can't see anything of note in here. Nothing catches my eye. That's a very nice plant. The fire is dying out. Okay. A pheasant. Yeah, I see you there. I see you there. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm looking at stuff. Yeah, hi there. Ooh, with a floating crown and everything. This is Mr. O'Finn's circlet. And that's his staff. There are markings inscribed on it, but what do they mean? Okay, Ogham. We need to see what it says in Ogham. Got it. Got it. Well, let's... I'm thinking, do I only have 7 minutes. That's where we came. I can't hear anything. That 7 minutes is not enough time to look around. Yeah, we looked in there because the unoccupied rooms aren't locked. Okay, yeah, and that's just the tower, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I think I'd rather go down to the library and see if I can work on translating the staff. Okay, go. It's this one. Yes. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello there. Information on Ogham carvings. Here we will read on. It looks like these carvings are written in the ancient Irish alphabet of Ogham. This book has a table of the letters here. Could this be used to translate the carvings on Mr. O'Finn's staff? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for, bringing the staff to the book. I need to translate the carvings on the staff. Each letter is composed of several lines. Which letter matches each set of lines? Okay. Okay, so we're looking for... I'm having a moment. Okay, it's right there. Sorry. Sorry. Then we have 2, but is there anything for length? That's what I'm thinking. Is there... Okay, doesn't seem like it, so... And then, 2. Dom. 3... 1 on that side, right there. 4. 2. Oh, there goes my time. Well, we'll finish translating this. 5. 1. I think that's 5. 2. 5, but on one side. 1. 2. 5 on both sides. 1. 4 on yay side. 2. 1 there. Then 2 diagonal. 5 on both sides. There. And then 2 over yonder. The Ogham means dilasail on droichdom, which means there must be a dictionary here somewhere. Yes, there. If my translation is correct, this means unlock the magic to me. The power in this phrase is tangible as I think or speak it. Oh, well, in the next episode, methinks I will go and use the magic phrase. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, The Named User, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.